Hi there everybody and welcome to today's live stream on Axion. So we're going to look at a couple of topics, so I hope you enjoy this one. So we've got going to look at Axion token survey results. We're going to look at the Axion price predictions, how we've gone so far, where we think it might go. We're going to look at the VCA auctions or venture capital auctions that are going to launch on the 12th of March on Friday, so not far away now. And we're going to also talk about Bitcoin dividends as well and max shares and stuff like that. So it's going to be fun topic. So as you can see on the screen, we're basically looking at the side of the auction questions. You may have seen me be posting these out. So far, let's have a quick look at some of these. We've got already 6 people watching, probably have a lot more come on over the time that we're going to be live streaming. So check this out, some real fun surveys. Then we're going to get into the price, etc. So we'll go from there. So that one has just been started. So I'm just going to go to the bottom and we'll scroll up. What do you think will be the best performing staking token in 2021? The selected popular tokens are based on using innovative share rates. We had 54 votes, folks. That's really great. Axion token is clear winner, 83%. Then Hex token, 3.69%, and then the Wise token came in at 6%. So obviously that was share staking based on share rates, which all these three have innovated on. So that was a pretty cool one. Mike, welcome. Good to see you here. And the next survey that we did was pretty fun. Who really is Axion's CEO called Jack? So a lot of people play around with that since Jack is anonymous. He's really community focused. So we had Richard Hart at 45%. So that was the dominant one. That was pretty funny. Patricia, who's one of the 3 hosts on Axion today, got 11%. Often people joke around about Patricia being Jack. So Jack is the CEO, of course. Elon Musk was in there for fun, got even 5%, so that's pretty funny. A successful philanthropic entrepreneur, 31%. That's actually the right answer. So that's Jack, who really more cares about the community success and less about himself, and also has been a successful entrepreneur. So, and then PewDiePie, 7%. So that's pretty funny too. So I think you guys can all appreciate the humor there. Hey, Shane Walker, welcome. Hi, guys. Finks here. Nice. Great to have you watching on this live stream. It's going to be a bit of a fun live stream as well as looking at some prices, VCA, of course, and wrap Bitcoin. So check it out. So here's the next one we did. We did what excites you. We actually had 55 people in that vote about Jack, so it was really good. 41 votes here. What excites you the most about some of Axion's future? We had 7% for credit cards. So this is a more serious one. 7% for credit cards, fiat gateway. Pretty interesting. Staking platform updates 10%. Yeah, because they're pretty cool. Staking, so that's 10%. That's like 4 votes. That's like 3 votes. Venture capital auctions, wrap Bitcoin, 68 people. So that's awesome. Almost 70%. Extremely excited about the venture capital auctions coming up. Future auctions, popular altcoins, 2%. And marketing and onboarding 12%, so that's obviously a big one too. So venture capital auctions first, marketing onboarding second, staking platform update second, credit cards fourth, and then future auctions with popular altcoins is fifth. So pretty interesting stuff there, I thought. Hey Alex is our mod. Great to have you. Would be funny if it was Richard. I'm surprised Jeff was not on the list. Yeah, I was going to put Jeff on the list, but I wanted to have a few more jokes on there too. He's probably most likely candidate. That's true. That's true. You're right. So Jeff Kadakis, Alex is talking about, who runs TrustSwap and social media platforms. So yeah, it's probably true. Tim Axion, hi guys. Yeah, great to see you again, Tim. Uh, so that was pretty serious one. It's actually quite interesting results, 40 people. And then we came up here to, we've got another one here. So we had, which cryptocurrency YouTube channel is your favorite one? So these are from my selected channels, from the first 5 on my channel's analytics. So I get analytics that tells me what other channels people are looking at. And these were the top 5 that were on that one. So Sheldon Evans, 34%, obviously huge now in crypto. Was general business and finance, I think, and he moved into. He had a big channel, so he moved into crypto at the right time, and it's really boomed. So, and he's going to be doing some marketing for Axion. We understand probably from after the VCA period, like just at the kickoff, part of the marketing generally. So it's going to be pretty exciting to see a huge audience he has. So it's going to be really great. 42% was Axion today, so that was really great to see, and that was these were actually in the rank. So then number Elliott Trades Crypto, 8%. And then Coin Bureau, which is I think pretty popular, 11%. And Ivan on Tech, who's very well known, and he's running a lot of Google ads at the moment about his course that's coming up. I think it's coming up about the 20th or something, 23rd of March. So he's doing that. It's pretty huge. So that was pretty interesting. I was thinking about other people like Data Dash and Box Mining and a few others, but they weren't actually on my list, so those were on my list. Business 2K, hi, good to see you, Business 2K. Thanks very much. It's great to have you here. We'll probably increase our audience over the live stream period as people realize that it's on. So great to have you all here. Feel free to comment in the chats and really get that chat going. Tell us what you like, what you're doing, all that sort of stuff. And if anything that I'm saying sort of touches something, then let me know such a topic that you like. And then finally, I've just launched this one here. It's only got 2 votes, so it's just been launched 16 minutes ago. What will you can go fill us out if you like. What will you do before the launch of VCA and wrap Bitcoin dividends on Friday, 12th of March, 2021? Buy and hold Axion, so we've got 50% there out of the 2 votes. Buy and stake Axion for 555 days for max shares and wrap Bitcoin. Add to liquidity mining pool for sweet Axion rewards. Enter a regular 100 million Axion auction for Axion referral bonus. Something else, but I'll be creative. So there's a bit of an out there for people that want to do that. So that's pretty fun. You can go check that out now. And that's pretty cool. I'll just actually maybe I don't know whether no, I'll leave that one there, so you can check that one out. Hey, so welcome to the new people watching. So hopefully you're going to enjoy the show. We just went through a couple of the surveys, and I'll probably circle back around on that again later in the live stream. Alex Casey is my favorite. Used to be Zombie, Ivan, and Dave Dash. Yeah, Dave Dash was someone that I really followed. He obviously grew big during 2017, 2018 when it was going crazy then. And that's how he got such a big channel, and he's done very well now, creative. I think he's done his own credit card or platform for staking, something like that. So pretty cool, and a lot of conferences. But Axion content creators have been a lot of fun to watch lately. Yeah, nice one, Alex. Yeah, they've been good. Axion Today's show's been awesome, and there's a few other creators out there, I think, just starting to emerge, so it's going to be good. Andreas, hiya. Welcome, Andreas. Great to have you, Andreas. Oh, Andreas was actually on Axion Today's show. I talk about that quite often because I was quite chuffed at that one. That was quite cool. And of course, Richard Hart's streams are epic. Yeah. So Richard Hart has a lot of pearls in there, particularly if you're crypto focused. You listen to the crypto stuff. He has a lot of good stuff in there. He does talk about a lot of other topics. So if you're interested in that, you can listen to those stuff as well. Good thing they have a timestamp on Richard Hart's channel. So pretty good to have that. But he's got a lot of stuff you can learn about crypto. It's very clued up. So those are the surveys that we looked at, so that's pretty cool. Let's just jump over to the price chart. I'll just make sure I have to do this correctly. Boom, and we'll take that off. There we are, we're on the price chart. There we are, it's my first switch I've ever done on live stream. Hopefully that comes through. I'm waiting for it to come through. Just a couple seconds. There we are. That's my first switch ever, and pretty cool. Andreas says, thank you, mate. On a meeting at the moment, but I'll try to listen in as well as I can. Hey, great, Andreas. Hope you do well in your meeting. Remember negotiation skills, number one. Hey, Scott Crosby. Hey, good to see you, Scott. Really great to have you on here. Sorry, man, we got all the super community people on today. Hey, super. Sorry, it's been a bit, but I'm back now. It was great to have you, Scott. Business 2K, nice charting. Yeah, so let's get into that charting. I'm on the wrong screen now, so let me just go to that one. So here we are at the price at the moment. It's just been consolidating at the top here after we reached all-time high, so we'll check that out. So let's just do a little bit of talk about this. Feel free to comment in the chat, and I'll get to that just afterwards. So our price is 000067796 at the moment, staying up quite nicely. Look at these numbers, folks. I mean, look at these numbers. Total liquidity, $8.7 million US dollars. Daily volume, $3.8 million, folks. I mean, that is tremendous. Remember, we were only a week or so ago, we were doing 200,000 on some of the days, and here we are up at 3.8. This is where we should be, right? I think we can all agree. This is Axion is a giant in the making, and just rising up. Just pretty exciting. So here, look at the pool. We've got the pool. We've got 2,388 ETH, and we've got pooled Axion of 4.5 million. In the Axion pool. Now I'm going to talk a bit more about that with liquidity amplifier and mining rewards. So we're going to cover that topic today, which I haven't really covered much, only just briefly in other videos. Total transactions 31,683. That's a really good sign, that volume increase. So that enough said, we can see some of the transactions coming here. Look, all these buys coming in. This is what we want to see, folks, and I expect this to continue on, and we know why, right? We've only got 100. Hey, Jason, good to have you here. Axion doing well, very well indeed. Scott says it looks beautiful to see the coin going up, absolutely, and for us patient people, will be well rewarded. So pretty cool. And let's quickly look at the chart in full. But look, all these green buys just coming in now while we're doing the live stream. Nice, I like to see that. So we'll just full screen that, and hopefully we'll just scale it down a bit. So we'll pull that in. I just have to, I'll just change it to an hour, a day, sorry. So this is the best sort of view. Let me just scale that a bit and get that in the right order. So there we are, folks, from the beginning. We've got the daily candles. Look at that beautiful, beautiful candle. So this is my green arrow. It's been pretty accurate. That's pretty neat. I didn't have to use, 30 rolling averages, 60 rolling averages, or anything like that. The green arrow did it all. So people have been watching this video day to day have seen that. It's pretty neat. And obviously you can either do a lot of TA or technical analysis charts, or you can just do fundamental analysis. And because Wrap Bitcoin and venture capital auctions is a major elephant in the room on the crypto landscape, that orange vertical line was a pressure wall for the price. And so they've done a few mechanisms. I'm going to talk about that now. But you can see that that's just nice little green re-rate, and I'm confident of that too. So let's quickly look at this in analysis. We'll just do the percentages first. So we'll come back from the bottom on the 3rd, and we'll take that up until the yesterday for the 9th, where we got our peak. So 255, so pretty awesome. What's that, a 3.5x in 6 days. So pretty neat. Now we've just consolidated here now, and I'll just do the chart on that. We're just down, we pulled down to the bottom there about 7%. We're down at the moment about 5.5%. So looking good, folks, looking good. And we've got what day are we on? We're on the 10th on this chart. So we've got the 11th and 12th. So about 2.5, 3 days to go. And so we've still got that pressure going up on the wall there. And that's pretty neat. So what are some of the key things affecting that? Scott Crosby says Axion is going up faster than I thought it would. Yep, it's going pretty good. So really nice. We breached. Oh, the other thing I was going to say, we breached that all-time high, that yellow line there, about 707 on CoinGecko, 00707. I recall a slightly higher intraday high. But we pierced that. See that green wick there, piercing that through, and we ended up reaching a high of 0.00726. So that's 0.00726. So pretty outstanding. And there we are. So let's zoom in. Let's zoom in and let's talk about. Before we zoom in, let's talk about some of the things that are helping this. Obviously, a lot more people in the community have moved in, but we're getting a lot more views, a lot more wallets setting up. We've got one of the mechanisms that they did was beautiful, was at the beginning. Back here, they did the max shares, remember, where people were max sharing, and we got the actual shares staked up. So we're going to go check that out quickly, look at some of the drivers, and let's go do that now. So one of the drivers is, got to make sure I'm on the right tab. I think it's this one here. So we had, no it's not, I should know this better because I look at that quite often, but when you're doing a live stream you sort of move around a bit. Here we are. So we did max shares, and that was awesome. We had a target and we've reached a couple of targets. So we're heading for 80 billion now, and then 100 billion is our sort of 2 targets, and we're at 64.35. So it's going up nicely, 4,347 stakes. So this max share put pressure on the market because it took a lot of Axion off the market and staked it for 15 years. 15.2 years, 5,555 days. And what that did was, these people are smart because they're going to go for max shares, which is about 3.7 times more shares than, say, staking a year. And they would then get way more Wrap Bitcoin when the venture capital auction starts, which you can see on the right here. And so now our total shares has absolutely rocketed from about 240 billion to over 400 billion now. So pretty exciting stuff there. to get the shares there, and the share rate has started to climb from 1.09 when it went to dynamics. Now it's 1.1147, goes up slightly as people are staking. So the more people stake, the faster it will go. So that's pretty cool. So that's one of the things. Now the other thing that we're going to look at, I think it's on this page, is the auction. Yep. So the auction now, this is another driver. So the auctions, they were very clever after the max shares week and after everyone did that major staking and people are still staking. We're going to see that shortly. Is that people they went and changed and did a vote with the community of lowering the regular, what they call them, regular daily auctions. So there's 5 of those a week, and they reduced them from 300 million to 100 million. Okay, so 300 million to 100 million. There were 7 days, of course, but they've reduced that to 5 days and at 100 million. So now we've only got $500 million to start with at the Axion, and it depends on the price, but $500 million. So it's 5 times 100 million a week. So that makes it much harder to get, right? All you need is like 40. As the price rises, you need about 40 Ethereum to sell it out, right? So you've got 35 here. We're already at 35 for today. Got 5 hours to go, and 65,000 versus 75,000. So this is making it much harder to get Axion. So that once this sells up, people, and the other thing is they have to stake for minimum 2 months here, so that's pretty cool, excluding referrals, of course. And so that's put a lot more pressure now. So and now what we've got is the other 2 days are going to be venture capital auction days, which are going to start on Friday. Venture capital auctions starting on Friday. They're going to be 1 billion each, so that's 2 billion all together. So 2 billion venture capital auctions in the week, and plus the 5 days times 100 million each day, which is $500 million. So 2 billion plus $500 million equals 2.5 billion a week to start with, and that will change as price changes in Axion, and also supply and demand. So those things, are variables will be played out, and the team will monitor that and adjust, no doubt. So I think that the price at 001 is a significant trigger point potentially for that. So we'll watch out for that one as the price that reaches 001, which I'm sure we're all pretty confident it's going to blow past that. So that's some of the drivers. And so what that means is that because there's far less Axion in the auctions as well, it means that where do people have to go? They have to go to Uniswap. They have to go to Uniswap, and they have to go and buy Axion if they want to get it and stake it for those sweet wrapped Bitcoin. So that's a bit of a key driver there. We'll see what's going on in the chat before we move on. Shane Walker, Finks is shilling you, trying to get folks here for you, buddy. Oh, that's awesome. Thanks, Finks. Great to see, and welcome to all the new people watching Axion Token live stream. So we've been doing this day after day. What's 115 days or more now? So pretty cool. Kyle Havens, loving the show. Thanks for doing this for everyone. A lot of people have hesitation staking 15 years. What do you say to people that are nervous about Axion going away at some point? Okay, good question. So what I would say is that you can see a lot of the big whales have already staked and committed, and pretty much all the team, Axion today, all the people that are running the show have well committed themselves a lot, if not all of their portfolio to 15 years. And they're all getting those max shares, and they're all getting the wrapped Bitcoin. So they've got a lot of, I guess, got a lot of heart involved, and got their own money, crypto, invested into the project long term. And not only that, but Punkonomics, the strategy and marketing manager, who's very good at mathematics, engineering background, as well as few other things, has really looked at inflation and deflation over time and running the project. Not only that, but they also have a marketing team. They have basically a corporate head office, that kind of thing, online, of course. But they've got all that running as professional, like a professional investment corporation. So it's pretty exciting to have. So they can manage that over the many years to come. But like Hex, remember Hex is Hex is now in its 3rd year. If you think about it, it launched on the 2nd of December, 2019. So that's now running into 2021. So it's already into starting its 2nd year. Obviously, that's probably about a year and 4 months since it's been going. And if you max share 15, you get about 3.7 times more your shares, and so you're going to get way more. You put a lot more pressure, and over time the share rate rises, so you're going to have that will get harder to do. And I think they're looking also at some other innovations around NFTs and bundling shares off in the future to transfer it. Maybe an older person wants to transfer them to a younger person as time goes on, and stuff like that. So I think they should be pretty optimistic about that. Also, the payoff period that Punkonomics, Punkies, basically indicated is, and I've done the maths, it makes a lot of sense, is between 11 months and 24 months, that sort of thing, depending on how much you're staking, how long, all that sort of stuff. But there is an Axion staking calculation, you can look at that. So hopefully that helps, Kyle. Uh, Hopefully I didn't speed through that too much, but there's quite a lot of factors, and I think that the team's shown that they're really in this for the long term. Obviously, there's staffing issues over time. I think that's probably the only issue I would have. I think a lot of the deflation and inflation economics that Punky's talked about, it makes a lot of sense, and technology will allow a lot of that stuff to happen. Probably staffing is probably the issue over time. Just making sure that you got all those people. Most of the team's pretty young, so they could easily be around for 10, 15 years, no problem at all. You think of Vitali, he's super young. His team's been around for years and years and years now. I can't remember when Ethereum started, but was it 2015, 13, somewhere? I can't remember, somewhere in that mark, 2015 something. So they've been around for a long time. So hopefully that gives some confidence behind that, Kyle. Kyle Havens, I'm also curious about the wrap Bitcoin dividends. As more people stake, your percentage of the pool becomes smaller, your dividends decrease. Well, that's why they talk about maintaining your percentage, Kyle. So you probably do need to do some a reinvestment of wrap Bitcoin or just other funds, to just maintain your percentage, and that's about your own investment goal. So people have different goals. Like some people got short-term goals, some people got long-term goals. Some people want to maximize their reward. Some people are just happy to take the minimum. So there's lots of different goals you can have. You might want to, your goal might just be to keep your staking percentage the same, and so maybe 20% of your stuff. Maybe if the total portfolio is like 23% staked long term, then you have 23% of your portfolio long term. That gives you a competitive percentage of the reward pool, and you can then maintain that percentage. That's probably one way of doing it. David White, great job, mate. Hey, David, it's great to have you here. Appreciate it. And onwards and upwards for us, say, David. Um, Alex K, when you stake for 15 years, you are effectively trading your Axion for weekly dividends. You are, absolutely. Uh, and it will pay off for itself way before the 555 stake matures. That's correct. So I did make that point about 11 months to 24 months, maybe even a bit longer for some people. But that just depends on how much you've done. But if you stake 15 years, most people would be getting that wrap Bitcoin pretty quick. Obviously, there's supply and demand things, but we've shown already over 115 days that the vast majority of them actually sell out, and the actual moving to 2.5 billion is actually a little smaller than a lot of the weeks. So that bodes well for the future as well. Not just that, but marketing is actually starting, and marketing is starting. So let's talk about another elephant. We've got the venture capital auction wraps Bitcoins, but we've got marketing folks. We've got a professional marketing team. We've got professional marketing contracts. We've got Denver Digital. There's a bit of a tongue twister there, and they are set up already. Been doing contact development for some time, and they're going to be distributing that through a whole ton of business news networks like Business International Services, which they've made an agreement with. That has those are the sort of things. They have a lot of corporate sub networks that get to a lot of traditional platforms as well as online. So they've got that, and they've obviously got a lot of online marketing going, YouTube, Google, and all the rest of it. They've got big influencers like Sheldon and potentially Jeff Kadakis, who's heavily involved in JustSwap and online social media platforms that have done very well and have huge followings. So there's those sort of things going in play, and a lot of other stuff that they've indicated. They're going to have a lot of probably surprises in that space. They've sort of kept that a little bit under the hat, other than the stuff I just said. Maybe a few people know of a few extra things by some of the comments in Discord that they might let slip out. So let us know in the comments if you've heard anything like that. So that's pretty cool. Carlos, good to have you here. Any news on adding Axion on major exchanges? I heard, remember a mod's indicating one exchange in particular, but I don't know definitively. Someone else might not have heard that on the Discord or on Telegram. If you have heard anything about an exchange listing, a major exchange in particular. So maybe, I guess you're talking about KuCoin, Kraken, Binance, those sort of things. Binance is pretty hard for anybody to get on these days, but Kraken, yeah, a lot of those KuCoin, Liquid Exchange, those sort of things are all kind of the major ones. But obviously decentralized exchanges like Uniswap are actually taking over a lot of the market, right? I mean, I haven't been on a centralized exchange for ages, and if I do go on one, it would probably be one of those ones I mentioned. So, and a lot that's happening. A lot of more people I'm talking about, they go, "What? I haven't been on a central exchange for some time." So it's I think it's more and more. And then so what you've got is actually centralized exchanges trying to court the big dexes, right? And then you've got the other variations like obviously Dex tools and 1-inch exchanges and all those sort of things coming onto the place. So there's lots of stuff happening, and the centralized exchanges is trying to keep up with these guys, right? They're trying to keep up with these innovators, which are really giving great products. And it's decentralized, so you really responsibilities on yourself, and you're not sitting there and getting stuck. Like even one of the best exchanges, which was one of the last ones to get officially hacked, was Qcoin, right? And I love that exchange, but eventually they got done, and they're great. And don't get me wrong, they're one of the better ones if I was going to recommend. But they, you know, you when I haven't been on there for ages now since, and I love that exchange. But it's better to be with the Dexes now. It's all me. I just control. Obviously, there's a few functions. If I want to do some specialist stuff, I'll go to do those. So that's where that's at. Anyway, so let's have a quick look at the short-term prices here. We've done the daily one here. You can see that it's pretty much going along the screen arrow. So if you've seen my previous videos, it's pretty much held up pretty well. But what was it? The fundamental thing, the venture capital options, and Wrap Bitcoin is a game changer for big fixed dividends. And obviously, if you max share, you get a huge return on investment over time, and it just keeps going, right? And back to your point, if you want to maintain your reward percentage, and you need to maybe reinvest at say 20% or whatever, just to maintain whatever percentage that you want. If that's your goal, some people might just let their reward percentage decrease over time. So it's up to you. Some people will increase it. So there we are. But the other thing is that with marketing starting, just before I finish that one, is that it's going to grow the community huge, right? So let's just jump to, not that one, let's just jump down to the community page and we will check out, I think it's on analytics. So we are, look at that. So anyone watching yesterday, that was about 77. Now we're now at 180 for the day. And as I've said to you, I think we need to get to about, let me get the calculator out quickly. Let me get this out. Just opening up here. So let me go. I think a good, this is just my opinion, but I think a good amount would be 2,000 a week with strong marketing, and I believe it can be done with the online marketing and influencers. And the thing is, they've indicated previously at a budget of about 50 to 70,000. How many crypto teams have that sort of budget on an ongoing basis? How do they fund that? They fund that through the 5% in the auctions, so venture capital auctions, regular auctions, and they also fund it. Obviously, they've got their main pool of funds from the beginning, which is, I think, I can't remember last time, but maybe 39 billion Axion or something like that, which they sell down little parcels now and then. So obviously to add up to top up to pay certain people or whatever. So that's the way that works. So 2,000 a week divided by 7 is 285. So we're actually getting close. It's the first day. We're actually getting close. Marketing hasn't even started yet. Obviously, the price is bringing in people, and we all know that price in crypto land brings in a lot of people into the market. So there we are, and I guess a big part of that is educating. Some of them will just be swing traders and trading for profits, but others, and that actually helps with the liquidity and stuff. But the other people will come in and need to be educated. They're going, oh man, wrap Bitcoin? Really, you're doing wrap Bitcoin? Seriously, this is going to be the biggest thing on the planet. And so they just need to be educated how to stake, staking max shares, or whatever goal that they have. Maybe doing some mining or whatever. So that sort of thing. So active users actually jumped here. Can you see that? That's actually jumped quite big. So we're up to almost 10,000, and my thing is that over the next 3 months, it'd be good to add 24,000. And if we can blitz that, great. But I think that's kind of my thing, 2,000 a week. So let's have a look at the weekly one. We're at 480. So I think if we can do a 2,000, it's 3 more times that, then or 4x. So that'd be huge. And per month that would be 8,000. So we're doing 1,000. We need to do another, another. Get to 7,000, 8,000, sorry, so another 7,000 on top of that. And we're going to have a professional marketing. We've got marketing deals, lots of stuff going on in there, so it's pretty neat. We've obviously got the credit card and fiat gateway coming and stuff like that, so it's going to be fun too. All right, so let's just quickly check the chat before I move on. David White, a couple thumbs up there. Thanks, David. Carlos, any news on edit? Yep, done that one, so it's great. Some really good questions in the chat there. And so here we're going, let's just quickly, if you haven't been to the new staking platform, here we are. So we're on the main staking platform. I haven't connected a wallet, but you just click connect to your MetaMask wallet, which is an extension in the Chrome browser for the new people, if you haven't done that before. And the Chrome MetaMask wallet allows you to have Ethereum and Ethereum tokens. And also you can buy Ethereum with fiat currencies like US dollar stuff in the actual MetaMask wallet. So pretty cool. It's just an extension in the Chrome browser, and you can get it in like Google Play stores and stuff like that. So that's how that works. And then you can connect your wallet up if you got, and then you can do stuff. So if you get Axion token in your MetaMask wallet, you can stake it. And it also shows you your dollar balance here. I noticed that T-Daly's done a number of updates. I'm assuming it's T-Daly. He's done staked, interest, and big payday and liquid. So this is all new. I'm not sure if people may have noticed all this, but I was actually refreshing it yesterday, and a lot of these new features were coming up. So now we've got staked, active interest has been added in. Big payday has been added in, so these are your Axion and the dollar values, and then your liquid holdings as well. And then they've got total as well, so you get all of those broken down, and then the total's really cool, really cool. And obviously, if you want to, it shows you your shares that you have, and this is the most important thing of Axion, is the amount of shares you have, because it determines by the percentage pool how much you get of the reward pool each day. Now the reward pool each day is 8% inflation per annum, right? And then obviously you got Axion market buybacks from the regular auctions, so they're the ones that are 100 million. There's 5 of those a week, and obviously they've been bigger in the past, but we've moved to this new one because we're squeezing demand onto Uniswap. Is basically what's happened. After the auctions sell out, they either go into venture capital auctions or they go onto Uniswap. So very clever stuff, looking really good. And obviously, as the community grows in big size, it takes the pressure off inflation because there's less Axion to go around to more people. So that's how it works. And then later down the track, they've got some further deflationary tactics to deal with inflation and also bundling shares. So it's pretty neat. Very exciting place to be. We're on the frontier of the sort of economic energy, as it were. So pretty cool. There's obviously big paydays, and you can do your staking and stuff like that. So this is just a quick wrap up for people. I think I'll just go back to that stake there. So you've got the big paydays down here, which you can get extra. These are all extra bonuses if you stake. There's 1 year here, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, but they're actually 350-day periods, so not quite a year. So. And you can see we're actually coming up on the first one on the 29th of October, but you must have your stakes longer than 350 days to get some of that Axion there. There's 5 billion, and then it goes to 7. So 10%, 15%, 20%, 25, and 30% of that 50 billion is allocated to each of those. So pretty neat. Then we have the auction tab, and this is where all the action is going to be on Friday. Excuse me. So at the moment, it actually updates and tells you what kind of auction it is. So this is saying that it's a regular Axion auction, and that 80% of the ETH used is going to be used to buy back Axion from the market. So there we are. And upon completion of the auction, the Axion received must be staked for 60 days to 5,555 days. So this is for the regular auction. That's the measures. But for the venture capital auction that's starting on Friday, it will actually be that the minimum stake period is 120 days, so it's going to be double the regular auctions, and obviously there's going to be 1 billion Axion in the venture capital auctions versus 100 million in the regular Axion auctions. So that's pretty different, and obviously the dividends that people will get for staking, 80% will be going back. You can see the Uniswap buybacks here. So here's the auction today. There's 110 million. It has obviously a few penalties and other things wrapped into it on top of the 100 million. It's got almost 5 hours to go. The Ethereum that's been bidden so far is 35.89 ETH. So that's $64,800. So it's still not fully sold out yet. So still a bit of room. The actual auction rate is just under 3 million per ETH, whereas the Uniswap price is 2.6 million per ETH. So the auction is better at the moment, but really you only want to go in towards the end of the auction so that you know what these two figures are, so that you get the best deal for you. That's always the best thing for the whole Axion ecosystem, is when you get the best deal for you, and that behavior really makes a difference. Obviously there's a 10% bonus, and obviously you can get that in the video description below if you do want to enter. You just have to hook up your MetaMask wallet, put your Ethereum in, send max, and your bid will go in. you send bid, and off you go, and you get entered in here. Below here will show up your entries, and you'll be able to withdraw that at the end of the auction, which is in 5 hours. Pretty cool. And then it will ask you to stake it for a minimum of 60 days. So there's 2 ETH fees, one for entering the auction, and then the second one will be for staking. That would be the which is withdrawing your winnings from the auction. All right, so 1 ETH transaction here, and 1 ETH for withdrawing at the end of the auction period, which is in 5 hours. And that basically, the auction cycle is 24 hours. Every day a new auction starts. We've got 5 regular auctions per week, which will be 100 million plus a bit of penalties, and then we're going to have two major venture cap auctions starting on Friday. And this is the big news with the wrapped Bitcoin dividends rather than Axion wrapped Bitcoin dividends. And so that's 2 different auctions giving 2 different dividend token types. And obviously wrapped Bitcoin is in huge demand. So it's going to be a real game changer. So it's going to be interesting to watch wrapped Bitcoin demand on those days on Uniswap. It's going to be a bit of fun. So this has obviously got a little bit of way to go. Now 80% of the Ethereum that enters is then spent. So you can see it's $53,000 out of 64 at the moment, 65. And that 77 million Axion on regular auctions goes back to all the stakers in proportion to the share percentage that you have. And that depends on the number of shares you have compared to all the shares. So hopefully that helps some of the new people. Obviously there's a lot of seasoned people watching as well, but if you're new, hopefully these explanations help. Then there's a new Uniswap tab, and this is really cool. It gives you the ability to not worry about what contract, to make sure that you've got the right Axion contract. It's a bit like people go, have I got the right contract? Because you don't want to get, a scam contract or just the wrong token. And so this does it all for you. Basically, you just connect your wallet up here to your MetaMask, and you can just put in the ETH. That will automatically show up your ETH, and then you can buy as much Axion as you want, and then it will just go to your wallet under the Axion. So it's pretty cool. And if you need to add the Axion token to your wallet MetaMask, you can just do that by clicking add token and add in the contract address. So it's pretty neat, and there's lots of other features at the top here that you can go and check out the liquidity of Ethereum and stuff like that. Then there's the 4th tab, which is mining, and this is really cool. I've entered this yesterday, or it's basically in the last 24 hours, so I did basically include it today. It was early this morning, so there we are. And basically you can, if you enter liquidity onto Uniswap, you'll get LP tokens. Now say if you did 1 Ethereum and about 2.6 million, whatever the corresponding value is in Axion, you could put that in here, and then you send max, and you go. You'll have to approve it and then deposit it. So there's 2 little transactions there. They're not too expensive either, even with gas fees around 100 gwei, not too bad at all. But it's really good to probably do a minimum of 1 ETH plus the equivalent in Axion, so it's about 2 ETH. It's probably generally what I'd recommend. Some people do smaller than that, that's up to them, but I generally recommend doing about 2 ETH. But you can do 1 ETH or that, but you just got to take into account the fees versus what your reward's going to be. Now the APY at the moment is about 119%. The block reward's about 4,000. So if you did 2 ETH, that would give you about $15 a day at the current price. That gives you an idea. Hopefully that helps. Estimated days left is about 167. The rewards left is about 4.6 billion. It started off at 5 billion, and there we are. And it's pretty cool. Once you enter from here, it will show up here, and it will give you the amount that you're earning. It's pretty neat. And then you can actually withdraw just the Axion that you get as dividends, or you can withdraw the LP tokens by themselves. I'll just withdraw everything. I'm not sure if this one is actually a feature coming soon, it says, but you can withdraw this one here and withdraws everything. So LP tokens and that. So when you withdraw the LP tokens, you can go back onto Uniswap and then take the liquidity back off. So you've got your Ethereum and your Axion that you put into the Uniswap back out into your wallets. But just remember, there's sometimes there's a thing called impermanent loss, and there's also obviously the price will go one way or the other. If Axion goes down or up, then you'll get more ETH or more Axion back. But in addition to Uniswap, you also get 0.3% of the reward pool for there. So there's actually 2 incomes: the Uniswap income and also this bonus liquidity mining bonus, which is 4.6 billion at the moment. It's got about just over 4 months to go or so. So 120, no, 5 months, over 5 months to go. So pretty neat. Hopefully that helps people who are less familiar. Obviously, if you have any of these 3 NFTs, you can actually buy a few on Ocean. I forget the name now. Was it Ocean? Yeah, I forget the name there. Someone might know in the chat, but you can do that. You can ask in Discord about these, whether anyone's selling these. and so there's three of them. Liquidity, one from people that provide liquidity at the beginning, they got an NFT. Each of them have got different features and different benefits. And then you've got the OG 555. These people that stake for 5 years, 15 years, and they stake 2.5 million. They got that. And then there's the bigger players that stake for 100 million for 15 years. They got these NFTs, and they give increasing benefits. So they're pretty cool. And obviously in the liquidity mining, they give you 10% each. So if you had all three, you'd get 30% more on top of the APY, which is currently about 120%. So they'd give you 150% APY, which is pretty nice. So they'd probably give you about 20 bucks for 2 ETH a day. So that's not bad, 160 bucks US per week. So it's pretty good. All right, and then there's the claim, which is the old X3T token. I'm not sure if that's too relevant for most people, so you can always ask on Discord about that. And then there's the tools. We've got Axion Today show, and this gives you the actual one that we're using here. Gives you this one. We've also got the Axion calculator, which is great for calculating dividends. So if you click that, it's going to pull up the dividend calculator. That's really useful. So if you're new to Axion and you want to work out how much you're going to make with certain assumptions, you've got to remember it's always full of certain assumptions. Given the current share rate, you can use this calculator. It will tell you what your initial investment is and what your outcome will be over the period that you're staking. So pretty cool. This is obviously 10 million over 350 days at the current share rate. Will give you 10.7 million shares, and that will give you a reward percentage of the pool. This is the main one that you'll care about, how much of the percentage, and it will give you 0.0026% of the rewards every day. So the reward pool gets paid out every day to your account and accrues on the staking tab, and we can see that when we go back to this place, we can see the staking tab, active interest earned, and then your big payday if you stake really long. So that's pretty cool. Let me jump back to the staking calculator. Also, it's been added. So this is the Axion earnings. So that would be applying to the regular auctions, which are like 100 million per week. 100 million per day for 5 days in a week. But Tuesdays and Fridays are going to be the venture capital auction days, and you can see there's got a little information there that you can do about liquid Bitcoin, and it tells you. So for 10 million, you're looking at earning about $31 a week. 135 a month, 1,626 a year. I've got the price down here, so I need to adjust that. So if the price is currently, let's say the price is 0007, I'm not sure if that's updated. Has it updated? Let me just, yeah, so you can do the sliding price there, and it goes to $31, and then obviously adjust this as well. So that's only for 350 days, right? So if you adjusted that, if you max shared 10 million, then you're going to get way more shares. So if you did, let's just do 1 year, 365 days. Welcome to all the new people watching, by the way. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, like, and share this video. Be really appreciated. Spread the word of Axion around, because we're going to be about to change the game with this venture capital auction and wrap Bitcoin. So let's say that that's approximately 365. Let's say a year. So a year, you can see you're getting 10.7 million shares plus, and that's 0.002% as your reward, percentage of the reward. These are the numbers that it gives you, $31 or 1,650 a year. But if you max shared that on the VCA and you got your max shares, you see you're jumping away from 10 million to 36 million. And you can see the dramatic increase. You've now increased to $100.07 per week at the current price. Now, interesting watching this calculator, obviously the future outcome of that, but you've staked them 15 years, so it's a long time out, but they will probably look at something like an NFT for selling shares. So let's assume that the price, watch this calculator very carefully. We've got the weekly there. Watch what happens as I get to 1. So we're at 001 is the price, and you're up to $153 for this. So you've got 7,962 greater than an initial investment that you stake for 15 years. So now you've already got your money back if the price goes up, right? So, but watch what happens with the weekly earnings when I go to 1.1. See that? It just stays the same. The reason why they've done that is because they're actually probably lowering the one. See that there, Lois? So if I go back to 1, let me come back so that you can see that. See how there's a billion Axion available in the VCA to start with? So this is interesting when it gets 001. When you go past that and go to 101, it starts to decrease by 100 million. Did you see that? And I go down up to 0012, it decreases again by another percentage. So I'm not sure what the maths is behind that. I could probably look at the coding, but there we are, and it goes down. So I thought that was quite interesting. Whether the team keeps to this this adjustment will be interesting over time. I'm just not aware, but I just thought it was interesting that it was in the calculator. Not sure if anyone has seen that. OpenSea, Shane Walker says, if you want to get the buy NFTs on there, OpenSea, so it's pretty cool. Thanks for Shane for that. Let's just check some of the comments in the chat. Welcome to everybody that's on the live stream. Hope you're enjoying it. Please subscribe, like, and share. Hit the bell for further notifications, of course. We're doing live streams most days these days, and do auction close at the end of the day, and also some specialty videos on specialty topics that are relevant to the community. You can see lots of those on the YouTube channel. Let's just go back up here. Where was up to? Kyle Havens, has anyone guesstimated where the price could be in 5, 10, 15 years? Willing to give us a conservative then optimistic price prediction? Yeah, I heard it's a couple of, I don't know if people in the chat will probably respond. We've got Biff there, says 1 cent end of the year, end of 21, 2 cents and beyond in the next few years. Biff says 10 to 15 cents, 15 years, question mark, or so hard to guess that far out. And hey, welcome Biff, by the way, it's good to see you. That 337 guy, good to see you too. There's all names I recognize, so it's great to have you. Hopefully one VCA is up, we can get rocking on the app and CC on ramp. Absolutely. So talking about a mobile app and credit card on ramp. And I think that's going to come pretty quick. 337. I think they've got a number of options or people partners they're working with. Connect is one of them, but they've got a couple others apparently, one or two of them. That looking like they're doing the credit card on ramp. I'm hoping to get a gold credit card or maybe a blue metallic one with a cool Axion sign on. It'd be pretty neat. Even a gold one with a cool, or silver with a cool Axion on it would be quite nice. Leave in your comments in there what you think a good color for credit card might be, because they can really look amazing. That's how we get to a penny. It certainly helps, but I think the underlying thing of Axion is that it's a value token, like Hex, like Wise, and that there offers a lot of value compared to most crypto projects out there. So I think that's a pretty important thing. So we just keep continuing to increase the size of the community, provides a whole ton of economic energy into the awesome model. Biff, market hasn't even started yet. Marketing push and VCA will get us to 1 cent. Yeah, pretty optimistic. Some of the moderators were talking about even 2 cents, and who knows, it can go well beyond that. Last year, obviously, Hex went up, was about 250x, and then on the next rise, eventually got up to like 375, maybe even over 400. Alex might even know that. Alex, I did the calculation earlier using 10 million claim stake. That was upgraded to 5 for 5 at 1.09 share rate. So that's the rate that we started off before we went dynamic. It has about 42.7 million shares, estimates $747 in VCA divs per month. Yeah, pretty awesome, man. So for those who've got that earlier, that's pretty cool. Yeah, so let's quickly jump back to the price, and you can see that that's looking good. We're going to look at, I never got around to the near-term price, but we can see that chart's looking beautiful. I'm going to go back to that again. Put a smiley face or a thumbs up or something in the chat if you think that chart is looking pretty beautiful right now. And we've still got like 2.5 days to go before the launch. It's a little misleading because it shows on the 11th there, but the actual orange is actually on the 12th, but it won't give me that date on the bottom for some reason. Don't know even if I expand that out. Let me adjust that maybe. Oh, there we are. Okay, so that's because I must have skipped the date at the bottom. So that looks better now. Yay, fixed something. So there we are. So we've still got that time to go. Boom, and then the 12th, and then obviously we'll start for the Friday, Saturday. So on this day, on the 12th, there's going to be a major launch with the 24-hour launch on Axion today. They're going to have guests all that time. Can you believe there's so many guests? And maybe yours truly might be on there, maybe not. So that would be cool. Hey, Amanda Knowles, yep, happy cats with hearts, nice. Welcome, Amanda, good to see you again. Alex, amazing looking chart. It does look pretty epic. And Business 2K, smiley face, epic, awesome, good, great stuff, everybody. Hey, welcome to all the new people here. I've got about 34, 35 people now watching, so pretty cool. Alex will probably want me to get back on what's the other channel we were doing? I even forget now. I haven't been on there for a while, but might get back on there. So here we are. Look at this chart, beautiful. VCA divs in the orange. My target was 0008 by auction day. I did say that we could have a stretch target even if we scale this chart. That's the 001 mark, and I think that looks pretty. If we can get to that, that calculator is kind of indicating that the VCA auctions might go down in number. I did remember marketing director Punky saying that that they know they have good data on what can be sold out, and like I say, the 2.5 billion is kind of on the lower side of that from memory. We used to have mega auctions where we had like 12 billion, 14 billion in them. So things have changed a lot, and it's looking so good now. It's so good, honestly. The 5 times 100 million is such a good move from 300 million. It was very clever. The max shares was very good, and it really pushes the demand on to re-rate Axion. So it's not to say we know that prices move in cycles, so we still could have any sort of cycle going on here, but we could have a substantial re-rate as well. How many projects are doing wrap Bitcoin like this? This is like a wrap Bitcoin dividend income, as Alex says. It's really quite significant, and we could start to blow past these price moves in the future. But obviously, we don't know exact future. But if you scale this down, we could really start moving up through these things, especially as we increase marketing, increase community size. Pretty looking good. And obviously the price itself attracts a lot of new people when the price starts moving up. And if it holds up like this, it's pretty cool indeed. But there are people out there. There are a few accounts in particular that can always take profits. You know, there's yesterday there was two, and here there was two accounts that had about 300 million. One had about 375 million. They sold down 75 million, and then there was another account that had 275 million. They sold down 75 million. They got 200 million left. So you do get a couple of those accounts around. They can do that. They did that at the all-time high. So I think it was just under there at 69. And so 00069, and they did a couple of sales, and that's what triggered off that sell-off in there. I do watch that when it happens, so I'd go in and check at the accounts and see what the people are actually doing, whether I've seen them before or not. And obviously we've got some regular swing traders in there, and they're not to be too alarmed because they actually help. They buy back, they sell, and they actually sort of help the liquidity movements and velocity and stuff like that. So it's not the end of the day for those people. But more and more people are staking, so let's go check that out, because that's what I wanted to do, was go through there. And I hope you've enjoyed that walkthrough through the new staking platform. It's obviously going to have little upgrades here and there, but it's beautiful for the launch, and I really like it a lot. And you can go on there today and stake that. I'll leave that in the chat, so you can go on to link it if you're not there. So there we are. That's that one there. Let's have a look. Alex K, Dex Tools. Yeah, so Dex Tools is here. And we're going to look at the next half chart. Was there a question there, Alex? Just let me know. Was I talking about something and I forgot to continue? Let's look at the price here. We're going to go up here, and I have to reset that whole thing. Let me reset that. It's going to have to refresh on this one. So this is on Dex Tools that we're looking at the moment. The price is at 000692. Very good level of price. Liking that a lot. So Alex K is our moderator in the chat, does a great job. He's very knowledgeable, so I appreciate his efforts there. So here's the 30-minute chart. We're going to check that out and go for gold. We'll just scale that up so we've got a better view, and I'll take off the actual icons there. So you can see that we had a little pullback here. This is half an hour chart, and we had a little pullback about 9-10% there. And then we sort of had this little rally. Now we're going a little channel, but we have got a little bit of a move on here, I think. This looks teasingly like a move on, some bigger volume there. So if we can break out of this, the all-time high was about here. So we punched through that three or four or five times, and I'm expecting that to happen today. A good chance of that happening rather than zigzagging across here. Expecting that to slightly move up there. So some pretty interesting stuff. So really cool. Alex K said ETH went down a bit, but Axion Price holding up good. Yeah, that's true too. And that's what we expect with value tokens over time. We expect them to be a bit more robust than Bitcoin and ETH effects but obviously they affect the share market, affects crypto too. So let's talk a little bit about risk management. It's always important. So obviously, if risk management is value tokens like Axion are very good for those, and obviously other ones that are good, but they still get affected by the market. They can decouple, but with 80% of the auctions being Bitcoin, wrapped Bitcoin dividends, will tie Axion to a Bitcoin, so take that into account as well. Now, some people we're looking like we're potentially going to go for a third wave on Bitcoin rather than a dead cat bounce, as we saw in 2017, 2018 in January. So it looks like it was a good chance that the chart's looking good, healthy for a new high, which would be a third wave, and particularly I'm sort of targeting 70%. I do know there's some good commentators out there like Da Vinci 17 and stuff like that make some good commentaries, but yeah, I think that that's my expectation, and it's looking promising for that at the moment. Let's just go to, I'm just going to scale this out and have a look at the Alex talking about the ETH price there. So it's down to 1807, so it's actually gone up over 18. That's okay. The previous high, remember, was 2040, $2 I think it was. So we need to beat that over the next couple of days, kind of thing. Probably is my expectation. We've got the Gwei there, a bit of activity, probably a bit of sell-off. So the the Gwei has gone to 173 medium at the moment. That moves around a lot too. So that's quite interesting. And the other thing is that obviously there's US dollar C. That if you want to put if you've got a little bit of stuff in the US dollar C, portfolio should always have, maybe 10% or something. It's up to you what you do, but it should have a bit of US dollar tether in there so that it doesn't move around. So if the market does pull back strongly, you can either buy back a lot more of your favorite tokens cheaply with your USD dollar tether and protect some of your portfolio value. The alternative, of course, is staking ones which offer you dividends, which is what Axion does. Gives you wrapped Bitcoin and gives you Axion, and so that offsets price movements as well with the volumes. A lot of obviously crypto doesn't do that, so those are the ones that get particularly hit hard. So yeah, but crypto has cycles, as well, so take that into account. The other thing I was going to say on the macro stuff is that the share market with conventional stocks will also affect the crypto as well. So just need to keep an eye on those sort of variables. Bitcoin, ETH, the stock market, and any major sort of monetary policy, not in an in-depth way, but just a general sense of it. It's good to get that knowledge under your belt. But yeah, I think it helps with a bit of risk management, and it's always good to get professional risk investment advice as well. A lot of investors, of course, advisors don't know too much about crypto, so you probably have to do quite a bit of self-learning as well. But there's lots of stuff out there, and lots of good people to follow to get insights from, and keep an open mind as well. The other side of it is obviously with Axion, it's going to offer dividends, so really is competing with traditional banking. Over the moment, it's obviously a certificate of deposit, so it offers you 8% per annum inflation plus Axion market buybacks. So remember, those regular auctions get 100 million in them, 80%'s gone to market buybacks, and that Axion is distributed back to stakers. So you've got two rewards going in there, as well as obviously if you stake longer, you get big paydays, extra bonuses, and you also get more shares, which means you get more reward pool. So there's a lot of incentives there, which help offset market down cycles as well. But I'm expecting the Bitcoin cycle over time to go up and up and up. It will have pullbacks. That's just markets for you. But then I think every low will be higher, every high will be higher over time. And as I've said in many of my videos, this is my opinions, of course, so it's not investment advice, but that over time there's only a limited amount of Bitcoin, and it's already articles, not that I particularly like Forbes and places like that, but they've already indicated, Bitcoin's already started to take over the role of gold. And why? Simply because Bitcoin can be transferred. I mean, it may be expensive and maybe a bit slow because it's only on slow blockchain, but even to layer 2 stuff, it's taken a long time to really take off. But that allows you to transfer a limited supply of, and obviously Bitcoin was first, and so getting wrapped Bitcoin here is wonderful, and it's going to be on such a scale. Let's talk about numbers of wrapped Bitcoin. So I've already talked about in this previous video that we're looking at $600,000. I think we were at 0006 was the number. So we were looking at $600,000 at that price in each venture capital auction. So that's 1.2 million, and probably about 1,020,000 of that. So it's over $1 million for 2 auctions in each week. Each week would be distributed to stakers. So that's outstanding. So that's $52 million. Obviously, if the price continues to go up, that just gets higher and higher. So pretty outstanding. Then once you actually get the wrapped Bitcoin, it just accumulates in the account. So let's look at that briefly. If we're on the Axion staking platform, it would show under your stake. It doesn't show up here, but once the VCA starts, you will. I've done it on testnets. If you see the testnet videos I've done, it will show you that the wrapped Bitcoin will show up on this page, and you will then be able to withdraw it. It shows you the amount of wrapped Bitcoin, and you just let it accumulate there. So you can just let it accumulate, and when it's economic to take it out, so let's say it's $1,000, the fees are going to cost you $50, then you've got $950 in Bitcoin. You can then wrap Bitcoin, you can then withdraw those. It will cost you a little fee to do that, which I said, depending on what the GUI is and stuff, and it will go to your wallet, and you'll have wrapped Bitcoin in there. You can then swap that for something else, or you can then swap that around and go get the real Bitcoin that's not wrapped Bitcoin. So wrapped Bitcoin is Bitcoin on the Ethereum blockchain, and so you can then swap that, go and spend that, maybe swap it to something else and go buy some Bitcoin and accumulate Bitcoin. If you think Bitcoin's going to go from $50,000 in 5-10 years to $1 million, then you're going to make 20x on that, right? So that's 2,000%. Just by holding it. It's a great retirement program. So there's some of the things that you should be thinking about in those regards. Alternatively, of course, if you want to maintain your percentage share on Axion, then you might want to reinvest 25%, 23%, or whatever you want to do to keep up with the average of staking to keep your reward pool, your reward percentage up, so you still keep getting that same percentage, because as more people stake, that will be the case. But remember, as people stake, they get less shares as well, so that's to be taken into account. But that should hopefully be offset by price increases and some deflationary policies as time goes on, which allows the system to stay sustainable for all people that enter over a period of time, or most people, if not all. So obviously people make individual decisions, and they need to still be good decision making. So that's why you get a lot of information. It'd be cool. Pierre, Luke, welcome. Hello, fellow 5555 stakers. Hello. Very cool to have you here. Yeah, so a lot of people, 15 years. Let's quickly go back to that again, and we'll check that out. That was the staking calculator. Let's go back to, I think it was the overview. So we've got 403.4 billion total shares. Awesome. We've got 266 billion in total supply of Axion. This is Axion. These are shares here. And we've got 66.3 million liquid at the moment. And I'm still expecting this to go down a bit further before we had the VCA launch. We had 199.7 billion staked. Obviously that adjusts every day when we have auctions finish, and so forth. So there we are. And there's the max shares. This is beautiful, 64.35 billion. They really want to get this up to 80 billion, then 100 billion, and so watch the scope on that in the next probably next 14 days. I expect to see major change. Certainly a major change before the VCA starts on Friday, and certainly a big growth after that as a lot more people flood in, marketing floods in, the number of wallets and community expands dramatically. Lots of big influencers going to be going, and lots of marketing starting, so it's going to be exciting. And obviously the price itself is always a catalyst for expanding the community, and that all helps with the energy on top of the existing community as well. So lots of stuff going on. Summarizing them all is a lot of fun. Hey Pierre, cool to have you here. Yeah, great. Good to be here. Alex K, 5555 is the only way to go with this project. Then chill and diffs. Yeah, that's right, Alex. So staking for 15 years, you get that 3.7 times more shares. You get that beautiful wrapped Bitcoin accumulating twice a week, folks, as a dividend, and your passive income is assured. So I think it's definitely best passive income around, and people need to get their heads around it. There are other obviously options you can do as well. You can for a short period of time at least, you can get in the liquidity amplifier. You can do the mining, provide mining and get LP and get some of these rewards. There's still about 167 days left, so that's one option as well. So you can diversify. Even on the Axion platform, you can stake for 15 years, get the max shares, get that percentage up big time, 3.7 times approximately. Obviously, it slightly varies depending on the share rates, keeps going up. But obviously, if you staked earlier, you're going to have the lower share rate because this keeps going up. It's now 1.1147. And obviously, you can buy and sell Axion. You can mine Axion, and also you can go into the auction. So there's a number of activities in the economic side of or financial side of Axion that you can do. Here we are, still got a bit of room left in today's auction for 110 million. But just wait till it gets closer to the end if you're deciding to enter here. And if you do, feel free to use the link below for a 10% bonus. Pretty cool. And so on Friday, we're going to see this change from regular Axion to a venture capital auction, and the details will change up here. It will be a minimum 120 days and so forth. So it'll be 85% is going from memory. It's going to the buybacks. 10% goes to. So if you enter the VCA auctions, you'll get 10% back immediately in wrapped Bitcoin that you can claim, and that would show up on your staking tab. And there's going to be a new section under here. I need to check actually see whether I've got the actual. I might do another video if the testnet's still running. I have to check that. So pretty cool. Hey, welcome everybody. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like and share, hit the bell for further notifications, of course, and feel free to comment in the chat. We'd like to see any of your issues or stuff like that. If we can help you, we will. Sometimes a few of them are more technical, so require you to go to the Discord and talk to a professional moderator. Unidollar Network, welcome. What is a venture auction registration? What kind of divs do you get if you register? All right, so that's true. So if you have a stake before the 23rd, you will need to register. So you can either just click the register button. So you go to the staking tab, and you'll need to register on here. I'm not sure where that. Let me just. Not sure if that's on this page. Yeah, not sure if that's on this page. That's a good question. I'm not sure where that is on this page because I actually did it on the old platform, but I will check that out. That's definitely a good one, Unidollar. Thanks for asking that. I'll check that one out. I might do a special video on that, maybe a live stream tomorrow on that, so to catch people before the thing. But that's a good one. I'll check that out. Basically, you have to, if on the old staking platform, you had to register, and then you. If you've after the 23rd, you either have to make a new stake or you need to upgrade. So you have to either make a new stake or upgrade your existing stakes to longer, or you can make a new stake that will register your address automatically. So that limits the gas fees. You don't have to do that, of course. If you just want to keep your stakes as there, then there's a registration button on the older platform, which I think is still running, but I'll have to check that. Alex K, it really depends on your shares, size, staked, and duration. There is a calculator website to estimate. What kind of divs do you get if you register? Yeah, so we just went through that bit earlier. This is the calculator here. So I'll post that. I'll post that here. Divs calculator. So you can go in there. That gives you the calculation for the Axion and also gives you a calculator for the wrapped Bitcoin. Julian Nava. So play around with that Unidollar. We watch back this video too because we've covered those topics on the divs. So check that out. Julian, welcome Julian Nava. I'm a noob. How do I unstake a mature stake? There's a button to do that, just to say withdraw. So you can withdraw the stake. Just go to your staking tab. It doesn't show up on this new platform. I probably should have got the old platform up. I'm pretty sure that's still running. But I'm sorry about that. I didn't get that right up and running for this one. Wasn't planning to cover that topics, but I will cover them tomorrow. Obviously, people are asking about that, so I'll get onto that. Basically, if you go to the staking page on the on the link, you should be able to withdraw that. You just withdraw it and you'll pay a little ETH fee. And if ETH fee will probably come in, let's say it says $50, then it might come in at $35, something like that. So it depends on the gas fees, which is called Gwei, that goes on. But it's easy, there's buttons here, just go to staking tab and you'll be able to withdraw your matured stakes. I did a whole ton of them last week. I consolidated them. Yeah, so hopefully that helps, Julian. But I will a couple of these questions we'll explore further, like what venture auction registration. I'll try and do that tomorrow, and the staking I'll try and do that tomorrow as well. So hopefully that helps. Let me just I'll punch up this. We've got the Axion dashboard. I think this one is still up and running. No, that's the wrong one. Where did I go? It's this one here. Oh no, so it's already linked into the new site. So I'll have to ask that on Discord about the venture auction registration, but I'll try and do some work on that. I have got older videos on that, Julian. So I've got a beginner how-tos. So some of those might be quite instructive as well. So yeah, when the venture auction registration, I actually did that by myself. I wasn't actually online when I did that, yeah, because I wasn't sure about the gas fees. There's nothing worse than being online trying to do something and the gas fees higher than you want to pay, and you having to bumble around saying you don't want to pay it. So, older staking dashboard, you have to add a V1 to the name. Okay, that's cool. Let's do that. V1. Can you post the link to that, Alex? Can you post? I don't know if you can post the link there. I'm trying to add that now, but I can't remember it, to be honest. I just used to click the button, that's why. Or maybe it's yeah, network V1. Yeah, it's not showing up. Anyway, it was worth a try. But if you post a link, Alex, I'll try and bring that up. That's why I don't do things live, Alex, too, because it comes up and you can't actually do it. Try to have everything set up before I go on. Alex says he will, so that's good. Yeah, so let's get back to the price. And we're just traveling around here at the moment. So yeah, I'm still expecting it to move up here, but we'll watch the space on that. We're just moving sideways for the moment, which is good. The consolidation's always good. Let's go to the 1 hour chart. See that it's quite looking quite good there. And we hit an all-time high. It gives a little bit of people sort of relax a bit, and it sort of moves around a bit. And then we go to 4 hour chart, and that's the 4 hour chart. So it's looking a bit good. It's always nice when it sort of does here, as long as it starts to sort of curl up there. Probably keep that momentum going. But like I say, we've got the we have the catalyst coming up here with that day there, so it's pretty neat. Glad that I got that sorted. So there we are. So oh, don't know where that's coming, but we've got the 11th. We're on the 10th, 11th, 12th. It's looking good. And then of course of Discord, let's certainly check. I think there was an announcement on Discord. I might check that out briefly. So where are we up here? Yeah, today. So we had this cool announcement from Punky earlier today. This was quite in the morning. I was not awake at this time, so it's got my time on there. From every time we reach a new all-time high, it's exciting. This time, however, we've done it with over 45 million max share stakes, team. And that's a really key metric. Is that the net amount of Axion that's being produced out of the auctions is staked, and so kind of basically it is these days. But if we can get the max sharing, then that makes the whole system work even better. This is a truly sustainable, community-based, ethical finance project. All right, so it's the idea is that the economics is going to be sustainable. There's a lot of new innovations in economics and Axion, and Punky's and Scott were been key people for that. Sustainable, community-based, ethical finance project that I'm proud to be an investor in. So they've got the skin in the game, folks. These are people that are heading up the project. And he was an investor originally, so he's come on board. He's very good at mathematics, advanced mathematics in particular. So you can watch. He's on YouTube. Punky has got a new channel there, so you can go over there and subscribe, watch his videos. He's got some economic ones. I might actually queue a few of those videos up and we can go through some of them probably tomorrow. So there's a couple of topics for me for tomorrow. As flexibility is a cornerstone of our project, we will be holding more than one vote before VCA starts. Through collecting data and listening to feedback across all of our channels, it has come to our attention that we can be utilizing our auction benefits and referral bonuses better as a community. So this is really good that I brought this up because this is what I wanted to get into. With this overwhelming feedback from across the network, we will be voting to add a permanent 10% below the Uniswap price reduction. All right, so that's going to be permanent. Now they had reduced it to 1%, so with the new 100 million from memory. So now we've got back to the 10% below the Uniswap price on both auctions. So that's venture capital auctions and regular auctions from the sounds of it. And in turn, scaling back the referrals to 10-10. So what that means is that 10% goes to the person using the referral. So if you use the link in the video description, you get 10% bonus. And then I would get 10% bonus for doing the referral and the promotion. This means 10% to everyone that enters any auction. All right, so that's what you get, and which is great, right? It's a whole added bonus. And for the daily, for any auction, and for the daily, an extra 10% for referral. All right, so okay, this is 10% for everyone that enters the auction, and for daily, an extra 10% for referral, and 10% for the referrer. For the VCA, 10% on the price and 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin, which is pretty standard there. So, but the 10% on the price is the added benefit there. So pretty cool. This equity across the board. So that's for if you're going to enter the VCA, which starts on Friday. 10% discount on the price, and which means that the auction price will be greater than the Uniswap price, and 10% back in wrapped Bitcoin. So you put in 10 Ethereum, you get 1 Ethereum back in wrapped Bitcoin. This equity across the board is directly in line with our community ethos. Okay, so Axion is a very community-oriented project. It's not a full DAO, as crypto people may know, but it basically effectively gives all the votes go to pretty much the community. So it's pretty cool, and in some ways a bit more fair in that way. Looking forward to hearing more great ideas from the community. Once again, if you've got great ideas, you can put those in Discord. There's marketing ideas on the channel here. So if you're not in Discord, do go check that out. It's in the video description below this video. You can check that out. Now, new voting regarding the auction discounts and referral bonuses live in the voting channels. Head over and cast your vote now. I've done that. I just click on general. So there is a whale group and a couple other groups. There's a team group. 361 versus 25. So pretty much that's a done deal. You can see that I've ticked to be a done deal, and there we are. And I've definitely placed 10% discount below Uniswap price on both VCA and daily auctions. To fund this, we will reduce the benefit of the referral fee from 10 to 20 to 10 to 10. This change is in line with our ethos as an ethical finance community-driven project, as now anyone who enters the auction, if they don't fill up, receives the discount and referrals get more. Very cool. So I hope you guys enjoy that. That's really good. And if you want to get the 10% bonus, use the link below. Ephraim says, let me just jump up here. There we are. So there's the network. I'll jump back to that in a second, Alex. Ephraim Morales, what is venture auction registration? Basically, you have to go into the staking tab. We're going to try and, I don't know if I can do, I'll actually look at that and see if I can do that now. But that's related. So venture auction registration. Julian says, thank you, Alex. Yeah, thanks, Alex. So Alex is our moderator in the chat, so he does a great job, highly knowledgeable about Axion, and well invested too. 15 years, right, Alex? 15.2 years, 5555. So let's try and pull this up and see whether we can illuminate the registration. I don't know, Alex, is that working for you? Have you? Why is that not coming up for me? For you one. It's not seem to come up for me there, Alex. Does it come up for you? Just let me know in the chat. Looks right, just doesn't. If we go to the, I don't know if you guys have seen the website, but this is the Axion website. It's beautiful, it looks really good. They're going to do a few more things, features on it, but essentially they've got the white paper is going to come at the moment. So coming soon is the white paper. Now let's just go see whether this is going to take us to the new one. I'm pretty sure Stake Axion. I'm pretty sure that's going to take us to the the new one. So this is the new site. But I think if you're new, they probably have the wallet wallet to go to a new one. So let's see if whether I can do that with my one. Not sure whether that's gonna. Let me just sign on here. I don't want to actually do that on the live one there. Try that, works fine for me. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try that. When we fail, we try again. That's the Axion way. Oh, that don't know, what did I do there? Did something really bad there. Don't know what that was. Copy link. Oh, where's that? No, that's not right. No, it's not giving me, not copying, is it? Try that one more time. Thanks for your patience, everybody that's watching. This is what happens when you try to do something that's not preset. It doesn't necessarily will work. Let me open that in my other browser. Just a moment. Just going to open that up in my. I've actually got a couple browsers open, so I'll open that up and then I'll copy that over. Yeah, maybe it is cached. I'm opening it up on another platform, and we'll go for gold. I think we might have some. Here we go. We've got some luck. Let me just go for there. All right, so we'll just get back to that. Patricia says hi. So Patricia's a host on Axion today. Great to have you, Patricia. She does a wonderful job on there. So very cool. So we're on the staking tab here. I'll just take off the white and we'll connect to MetaMask. Pretty sure I got the right address on there. So I've got no stakes on this particular account, but basically there's a button here that makes you do that. I've already registered. So let me just. So there's a button that will show up here. I'll have to actually pre-do it. I think I might have to pre-record that, Alex. Thanks though. Yeah, you're Superman for a reason. Oh, well, let me go. Thanks for doing these shows. It must take a lot of research and preparation. It's appreciated. No problems, Patricia. Always a pleasure. Once again, Patricia's a great host on Axion today. So if you haven't checked that out, go check that out. What I might do is do a pre-prepared show for this tomorrow. But typically, when you go register on the old site, you can click the link in the description, and there will be a button here that you have to actually register. I will ask about that for the new site. Patricia says hi, Alex K. Thanks for joining us. Business 2K says hi, Patricia. So Patricia really does a really great job with Robbie and Paul, which are the other two hosts. So pretty cool. Yes, and they've got Axion today. Patricia's been hosting that with the other two hosts. We'll be doing a 24-hour live stream launch of the venture capital auctions on Friday. So yeah, get your sleep, says Alex. I'm sure Patricia's on to that one. But the show might actually go longer than, it might go to 30 hours. And I think Patricia actually said, she probably couldn't sleep or find hard sleeping and probably stay up all the time. So that's 24 hours or longer. So we'll watch out for that one. But it's going to be a pretty great show. Yes, says Patricia. So Friday for you, Thursday for us. Yeah, that's right. So it's always in the future because I'm in New Zealand, which is in the southern hemisphere, and it's the bottom of the world. It's at near basically the front of the time zone, and so we're well ahead of the northern hemisphere, United States. Well, it doesn't matter where you live, China, India, wherever you live, well ahead there. Patricia says, I hope I don't fall asleep on the show though. Haha, drooling in my chair. Yeah, I love your jukebox. I've always said that. I think I said that in a comment to you, but I love those old classic jukeboxes. They're so cool. I always wish I had one in my room. That'd be so cool, or in the house somewhere. Be pretty neat. I just like that. I probably like that from Happy Days or something like that, which I love that show. Um, so pretty cool. So that's where that's at. Let's just quickly jump back to the price here. 0006 688. So basically 0069, just sitting underneath that all-time high there. So I'm expecting a bit of a move, probably a bit later in the day. Just keep watching that one. Just traveling sideways at the moment. So pretty neat. So we're going to keep going for probably another 5 minutes. So I hope you guys are enjoying this time. They'll wrap up at about an hour and a half live stream, which is pretty good. The jukebox was my dad's. Oh, so that's a really nice story behind the jukebox. That's I love how it lights up your room. It's so good. And it looks like is it an original or is it something that you can buy now? Let me know, Patricia, because that's pretty amazing. Energy drinks or coffee to the rescue. Yeah, some Red Bulls or some lattes, some strong double lattes or triple even. Uh, Triple shots is what they call it, black, flat white. So pretty neat. Um, just a moment, I just got to just help someone else out. A sister calls, so I say I go and help her. So there we are. So I hope you guys enjoy that. Any drinks or coffee? Yep, to the rescue. So here we are. We are moving along. I've got a couple of topics for tomorrow. I'll have to prepare for. Probably help out quite a few new people arriving to Axion. But once again, if you go to the staking platform, you can see the links in the video description. You'll actually notice in the video descriptions I've added a whole ton of details to make it easier. How to buy and stake Axion for Axion tokens and wrap Bitcoin, step-by-step guide for beginners. So that's in the video description. That's in every video that I've been making the last couple of days. So that'd be really useful. Step 1, set up a MetaMask wallet in your Chrome browser. Got a link there to chrome.google.com. Step 2, buy some Ethereum in the MetaMask wallet. You can do that there, or you can buy it on something an exchange like Coinbase, or something like that, and you can use their fiat gateway to do that. Step 3, you swap Ethereum for Axion tokens on Uniswap Exchange. Click the red trade button. So I've got Dex Tools, which is a great platform. It has all the Ethereum tokens on there, I think, and it's got a red button. You can see that in here that we're using that for the chart. It's got this awesome chart. It's got a red trade button. You can see that here, live here. All you do is click that and it will take you to the swap that's on Uniswap, and it means it's very safe for you to trade and you have good confidence in that, and then you can just buy and sell Axion. So pretty easy to do there. And then note, link your MetaMask wallet to Uniswap. You will have to also approve the Axion token before buying it. It's a one-off, so I might have to add that to the comment there. It's a one-off to approve the token. You may have to do that, so it will ask you to do that. That's an extra fee to the normal swap fee that you would have to pay. It's not too much though, so generally speaking, it's always best to time the gas fees as well to make that lower. Step 4, stake your Axion in your MetaMask wallet. It's got the link there. Stake Axion on the network there. Note, the more shares you have, the more Axion and wrapped Bitcoin you will get. Simple. That's simple. More shares, more Axion and wrapped Bitcoin dividends. Staking longer gets you more shares, a 20% bonus for each year, up to 15 point years. I have to, there's a little typo there. You can work out your expected dividends here on the Axion staking calculator, axion.calc.com. So there's for folks, if you want to work out your dividends, go play with that, and you can always ask questions either on this channel, to Alex in the Discord when we do our in the chat when we do our live streams, or to one of the professional moderators on Telegram or Discord. They're all fantastic. And then finally, at the bottom of the video description, Axion Today dashboard, and that's fantastic. And we actually have Patricia from Axion Today, one of the 3 hosts for that show, and that's the Axion Today dashboard. You can click that below, and you can actually add your MetaMask wallet in it, and that's what we're showing over here. Let me just go to that. So this is Axion Today's dashboard, and you can, once you've set yourself up, you've got stakes, you've got Axion in your wallet, you can then just go and click this profile button at the top in the home page, add your Ethereum address from your MetaMask wallet, click OK, and you will be like this one here. So this account here is here, and it's got 1 million. You can jump to the portfolio tab, which is the fourth one down, and you can get all your details. You got this person's got 1.3 million staked. They got $947 in there, nothing liquid, and they're staked fully max shares for 15.2 years, and that's what we like to see. They're going to get maximum percentage return on their amount staked. Obviously, the price has risen, so they're making increasing the inflation on their price as well. They have 5 million shares. Now, the average amount of shares owned by an Axion person is 18.87 million. Obviously, that includes very big people that are staked and lots of small players like this one here, which is now increasing quite rapidly their investment. So there's a total of 404 billion shares at the moment. And so what people might want to do is they might just want to target keeping their total share percentage at the same level so that they're always getting the same percentage of the reward pool. And then we have the reward payouts in Axion. So this won't include wrapped Bitcoin, but might be upgraded. Patricia might let us know whether it's going to be upgraded for wrapped Bitcoin. I'm sure it will be. But you can see this account's been getting some good little dividends from their stakes here because they're staked for 15 years. So they're getting these nice little dividends per day. So, oh, there's another one. A shrimp just has bid in the auction, 1.35 ETH. So that's pretty cool. Let's go to the next one. Dolphin has unstaked 1 million. That's pretty cool. So there's a couple of new transactions there. So it's an hour and a half. I think we're sort of just about wrapped up. I'll just wrap up with the comments and we'll go from there. So once again, in the video description, you can see lots of great step-by-step instructions how to get involved, get onto Axion. Alex says energy drinks. Yeah, I think Robbie has energy to last the whole day. He certainly does. Great, correct. There's a great bunch. The hosts on Axion today are really fun. Axion, rest of you can take breaks. Yeah, true. Patricia Steer, it's a 1970s Wurlitzer original. Oh wow, that's beautiful jukebox. He owned a radio station. Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's such a gem. I really appreciate stuff like that. It's so good. And it was in the radio station lobby for a decade. Wow, in Kalamazoo, Michigan. Kalamazoo sounds familiar. I don't know why. Obviously, I watch a lot of American TV since I've been a child, and so that's probably why I've seen it. Michigan, of course. Michigan was where like manufacturing and cars and stuff, I think. Where I grew up. Cool. I guess that would have been a real rock and roll state too. Real rock and roll. Alex K, awesome memorabilia. True. And Alex says 5555 is the way to go for max divs. That's the last lesson. It's a great place to finish off, Alex. Thanks very much, everybody, for watching. And thanks, Alex, for the moderating. And awesome to see you, Patricia. And we look forward to your 24-hour live stream on Friday for the venture capital auction launch and wrap dividends. Axion is changing the game. All right. Thanks, everyone. And I'll catch you tomorrow. I'll also be doing a closing auction video live stream tonight for about 15 minutes. So that's what I usually do. Finally, Patricia says, Robbie is about 6'7". No way, really? Super thin, full of energy. He's non-stop. Wow, 6'7". Wow. Yeah, he's definitely got great energy on camera. That comes across. All right, thanks everybody, and catch you in the next one. Cheers. Onwards and upwards. Relax and divs. Or stake it and bake it, as Patricia says.